Alrighty, nerds, this is Just Out the Seat, and I'm here with my pal Marcos. Hey. We just saw Vacation, and it was a vacation from regular thought.
I didn't even know it was technically it was related to the other one with the guy that plays Pierce Hawthorne on Community. I always forget his name.
It's okay. Usually in these videos, I end up being like the person who plays a person, because of course I can't get on the internet at the same time you can get on the internet at the same time. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
While he does that, I was actually really surprised. I thought it was going to be... Actually, I was kind of whining and moaning that it was the only movie we could see, considering the time restraints we had. And I am so happy that I ended up selling the movie so short, because it made the movie even more funny. And I also feel like it was like... It just felt like what's that thing called? Improv. It felt like improv. A lot of it.
The movie,
I think
entirely felt like an improv movie. Like every actor just on the spot.
Yeah, actually, I think the weakest part of the movie was actually like the digital stuff.
Yeah.
Like the digital like car crash and stuff like that. Like the things they go really, really overboard for, I think aren't actually where the movie shines.
Yeah, I don't think they should have I see they didn't really have the budget for it, but whatever they did do, it really wasn't like a funny.
It was actually really it was like kind of the smaller punchlines.
Probably could have saved money by not doing things like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think the less is more approach would have been much better. However, there was a slew of actors, comedic actors and non-comedic actors, like in this movie. Like I think they could have spent more of their budget just on getting like one or two more cameos. Although I wouldn't say a movie should be built on cameos, but this movie is built for cameos. Yeah. It's one of those kind of movies.
We had Michael Pena. Is that his name?
I think so.
Charlie Day.
Thor was Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Even though he's on the poster, which is funny because he probably out of all the cameos, he probably has the most running time, but he's definitely not the most striking cameo. Honestly, when Norman Reedus comes in the movie, honestly, if they put that on the poster,
surprising.
If they had put him on the poster, then. Honestly, I'm not even going to say it. Probably I'll try to post a link. If you can't, Google IMDb yourself and try to find out how much money this made its opening weekend. But if you can't, I'll just post something in the comments saying how much it made its opening weekend. And I think it probably could have made a third more if they had advertised that guy.
Yeah,
or any one or two other actors who just happened to swing through the movie. Like, what's his name from Always Sunny?
Charlie Day.
Yeah, or I don't remember his name, but the guy who's also on Ant-Man, I know he's like a comedic actor in a lot of things. Yeah, he was, oh my gosh. Yeah, and a lot of these were like really surprise cameos. It was just like something that could be written off as like just like a run-of-the-mill scene in the movie. It's like, oh, this happens. But when you turn something into this happens, but the truck driver's Norman Reedus.
Yeah, that.
It makes the punchline so much stronger.
I'm happy we didn't know anything about what was going to happen.
Oh yeah, for sure. It actually made me way more excited for Walking Dead. I actually still haven't seen the trailer for Fear the Walking Dead. But that's for a whole nother video. Don't want to waste more time on this one.
It was a sequel to National Lampoon's Vacation Day or something like that with Chevy Chase from the 1970s.
Yeah, I think there was more than one of those movies.
Mm-hmm. But that
because even Chris Hemsworth's wife in the movie is the sister of the who's the guy who plays that?
I know what you're talking about, but I just don't remember the actor's name ever.
But yeah, it's like you're in the middle of a quiz and you're just like, damn, I can't remember any names. But she plays his sister, and they talk about the vacation from that movie when they were kids. And they even have this meta moment where they're like what happened in the original Vacation? Yeah. And it's like so many great things or some such like that. He was like, I never even heard of Vacation. And it was like, well, this vacation is going to be different. Different how? I'm sure it's going to have lots of differences. I mean, for one, there's two boys instead of a boy and a girl. There's the kids. It's actually it's really funny in terms of a meta way. And honestly, I was not looking forward to it at all, but I'm really glad I saw it. Honestly, it has a lot of really good one-liners and clips, and honestly, I thought it was gonna be more of a Family Gear comedy movie, kind of like what's that movie that made Ice Cube seem soft?
Oh, Are We There Yet?
Yeah, that one. I thought it was gonna be way more like that.
I thought it was gonna be like RV.
Yeah, and it ended up being a lot. There was a lot of F-bombs. It was probably the most unexpected F-bombs than I've seen in a movie recently.
It's probably more relatable to that one movie with the girl from Friends, and like
I've never seen Friends. Don't hate me.
it's-
I've only
it's
seen
okay.
the jellyfish episode. I have seen that episode.
darn it, there was this like another vacation.
Stop using Google
Okay.
and just use your brain.
Yeah, I'm
like
I'm
no one
actually,
else does.
I haven't looked it up. I like. Man, there was a movie just 2 years ago, I think, and it was similar to this. It was like another vacation movie. And
Yeah,
it was
that's
rated
probably
R.
what I thought of too. Although the color scheme for the poster, at least, and it's kind of the wacky energy, actually makes me think of Zombieland.
Huh.
Even though like that seems like kind of a stretch, I think if you were to double feature this with Zombieland, you have a good time actually. Honestly. Whew. Do you have anything to add?
Not really. It's a rated R movie, so remember that.
Oh yeah, if you're gonna take your kids to see it, I hope they know a lot of things already. Cause like I made a joke coming out of the theater that I saw a dude waiting with his two kids because they had went in a little early and they came out waiting for the movie to actually end, and I'm all loud. Man, if I was a parent, which I'm not, I would think I was a terribly horrible parent if I took my kids to see this movie. And I don't actually think that. I was just messing with them, but it really, really surprised me. And actually, like the youngest kid in the movie is like the most vulgar. Like, imagine Riley from the Boondocks.
Very vulgar, although very similar to Riley, but a little more sensitive at the same time.
Yeah, it's a little bit more realistic to have a kid who kind of hides behind like the veil of masculinity and kind of troll culture. Honestly, is still a person. I really like that. I really like the older brother too because he's a sensitive, artful guy,
Extremely sensitive.
Yeah, extremely sensitive. Yeah, there's a lot of jokes at his expense about him being gay, and he likes girls, and that's okay. And it'll be okay if he didn't like girls.
Oh, and the movie was very
Accepting.
accepting.
Yeah,
and fluid.
very, very fluid. Very early in the movie, they make a joke, but they like fully and honestly, even though it's within a comedic movie and within like a joke context, they are really nice about gender fluidity. And like I thought they were hinting at it at first, but then they actually used the word gender fluidity in an explanation, and it was like, we'll be accepting of you no matter what you thought. There are many there are many girls who are born with penises. If that's how you do, then that's how you do. We'll still love you. And I thought that was amazing. Oh my gosh. I even had a moment where I almost cried.
Start the movie. It started the movie like
It started the
that,
movie
right?
for
Like,
us. We came in probably like a minute or two late. Like I think we missed like the opening credit part. But like it was still like really, really early, I swear. Yeah, really funny. I don't want to get too much into the plot, really, just because I think it's a good movie and the plot is predictable. I feel like between the two of us, we predicted almost every major plot point.
Yeah.
But it was still a fun ride, and that's okay. And I definitely can say that you can know what's happening in the movie and still enjoy it, or any piece of media, really. Spoilers shouldn't necessarily stop you either.
Yeah, whenever
if it's good enough.
Whenever it comes to one of these movies, like when I think of Dumb and Dumber or like Harold and
Oh,
Kumar,
Dumb and
it's like
Dumber 2,
I never saw that one.
I really wanted to like it.
Okay.
And it did have some really good points. But honestly, like if I could watch one movie for the rest of my life and it had to be between Vacation and that, it would have to be Vacation, hands down.
No, I can see that, but I mean.
But
this
yeah,
movie,
that's definitely the same genre.
Yeah, like a kind of movie where it's like, all right, we're at point A, we're gonna get to point B, and we're gonna enjoy the ride. Like you kind of understand. There's gonna be a bunch of things I call them like tropes that
you're gonna run into. Yeah, because it's a genre film, so you're gonna run into those things. But actually, that reminds me of that quote that the grandfather says, and he's all like, it's not about the journey. The journey just is the journey's shitty, and it makes the destination, much better. And I do like both perspectives, that and the normal perspective of the journey is important. And I think the journey is amazingly important. Mm-hmm. That's why we live life. Because if dying was so great, then we'd already all be dead.
And the journey is the most important part in Persona 3. I mean, I've never beaten the answer, so. Oh my god. Just saying.
You're such a dork. But it's okay. You're in pleasant company. Alright, so. One of Twin Powers after dates. And see you nerds later.